斯迈尔斯说，实用的知识只有通过亲身体验才能学到。Practical wisdom is only to be learned in the school of experience. 福农说，经验是一位先行测试，然后才授课严厉的教师。Experience is a hard teacher because she gives the test first, the lesson afterwards. 丘吉尔说，人生最大的教训就是要知道，傻瓜有时候也是对的。The greatest lesson in life is to know that even fools are right sometimes. 赫胥黎说，经验不会从天而降，经验只有通过实践才能获得。Experience is not what happens to a man, it is what a man does with what happens to him. 斯坦福说，经验是当你没得到想得到之物时所得到的东西。Experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. 萧伯纳说，明白事理的人使自己适应世界，不明事理的人想使世界适应自己。The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. 怀特说，教育不是为了教会青年人谋生，而是教会他们创造生活。In education, we are striving not to teach youth to make a living, but to make a life. 爱默生说，不要把生命浪费于怀疑与恐惧中。Don't waste life in doubts and fears. 魏兹麦说，奇迹有时候是会发生的，但是你得为之拼命的努力。Miracles sometimes occur, but one has to work terribly for them. 杜兰特说，教育是一个逐步发现自己无知的过程。Education is a progressive discovery of our own ignorance. 罗伯逊说，时间是一只永远在飞翔的鸟。Time is a bird forever on the wing. 伏尔泰说，持久的争论意味着双方都是错的。A long dispute means that both parties are wrong. 达罗说，只要世界还存在，就会有错误。如果没有人反叛，这些错误将永远存在下去。As long as the world shall last, there will be wrongs, and if no man rebelled, those wrongs would last forever. 奥巴马说，如果我们等待其他人或其他时间，改变不会来临。我们自己就是我们在等待的人，我们就是自己在寻找的改变。Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. 赫伯特说，爱统治了他的王国，不用一支利剑。Love rules his kingdom without a sword. 乔叟说，我们欲望中的东西，我们很快就信以为真。We soon believe what we desire. 富勒说，黎明前的时分是最黑暗的。The darkest hour is that before the dawn. 赫维尔说，最难过的日子也有尽头。The longest day has an end. 泰维纳说，一雁不成夏。One swallow does not make a summer. 穆尔说，胜利是不会向我走来的，我必须自己走向胜利。Victory won't come to me unless I go to it. 爱默生说，伟大的人物总是愿意当小人物的。A great man is always willing to be little. 凯撒说，懦夫在未死之前， 已身历多次死亡的恐怖了。Cowards die many times before their death. 凡尔纳说，但凡人能想到的事物，必定有人能将它实现。Anything one man can imagine, other men can make real. 布鲁斯说，品德可能仅仅在于有勇气做出抉择。Morality may consist solely in the courage of making a choice. 科克托说，对于诗人来说，最大的悲剧莫过于由于误解而受到钦佩。The worst tragedy for a poet is to be admired through being misunderstood. 斯密莱说，旁观者清 Lookers on see most of the game. 富勒说，生活只是由一系列下决心的努力所构成。Life is just a series of trying to make up your mind. 欧文说，目标决定你将成为什么样的人。Goals determine what you are going to be. 梭罗说，光勤劳是不够的，蚂蚁也是勤劳的，要看你为什么而勤劳。It is not enough to be industrious, so are the ants. What are you industrious for? 爱迪生说，没有学院和大学的帮助，人生本身也正在变成一所高等学府。Life itself, without the assistance of colleges and universities, is becoming an advanced institution of learning. 希伍德说，行乞者不得有选择。Beggars cannot be choosers. 斯道达特说，工作时工作，玩乐时玩乐，依此方法做，轻松与欢乐。Work while you work, play while you play. This is the way to be cheerful and gay. 马克·吐温说，坦白是诚实和勇敢的产物。Confession is a product of honesty and courage. 莫鲁斯说，读者的好恶能决定书的命运。Readers' likes and dislikes can decide the fate of books. 威尔逊说，责任感与机遇成正比。Sense of responsibility is directly proportional to opportunity. 弗莱格说，聪明的人有长的耳朵和短的舌头。A wise man has long ears and short tongue. 米南德说，学会学习的人是非常幸福的人。Those who learn to learn are very happy. 泰勒说，懒惰等于将一个人活埋。Laziness means burying a person alive. 格拉索说，笑是一种没有副作用的镇静剂。Laughter is a sedative without side effects. 高尔基说，书是人类进步的阶梯。Books are the ladder of human progress. 狄德罗说，不读书的人思想就会停止。People who do not read will cease to think. 鲍勃·布朗说，每个成功者的后面都有很多不成功的岁月。Behind every successful man, there's a lot of unsuccessful years. 富兰克林说，想要知道钱的价值，就想办法去借钱试试。If you would know the value of money, go and try to borrow some. 约翰逊说，健康显然比金钱更重要，因为健康是我们所赖以获得金钱的资本。Health is certainly more valuable than money, because it is by health that money is procured. 梭罗说，能处处寻求快乐的人才是最富有的人。That man is the richest whose pleasure are the cheapest. 爱迪生说，如果你渴望成功，当以恒心为良友，以经验为参谋，以谨慎为兄弟，以希望为哨兵。If you wish to succeed, you should use persistence as your good friend, experience as your reference, prudence as your brother, and hope as your sentry. 爱因斯坦说，有时候，一个人为不花钱得到的东西付出的代价最高。Sometimes one pays most for the things one gets for nothing. 巴斯勒说，意志、工作和等待是成功的金字塔的基石。Will, work, and wait are the pyramidal cornerstones for success. 史蒂文森说，怀着希望去旅行比抵达目的地更愉快，而真正的成功在于工作。To travel hopefully is a better thing than to arrive, and the true success is to labor. 巴斯勒说，一个人越伟大，对表扬和奉承就越反感。The greater a man is, the more distasteful is praise and flattery to him. 孟德斯鸠说，成功常常取决于知道需要多久才能成功。Success often depends upon knowing how long it will take to succeed. 哈代说，可以说成功要靠3件事才能赢得：努力、努力、再努力。I might say that success is won by 3 things. First, effort. Second, more effort. Third, still more effort. 席勒说，只有有耐心圆满完成简单工作的人，才能够轻而易举地完成困难的事。Only those who have the patience to do simple things perfectly ever acquire the skill to do difficult things easily. 艾略特说，天上不会掉下玫瑰来，如果想要更多的玫瑰，必须自己种植。It never will rain roses. When we want to have more roses, we must plant trees. 约翰逊说，完成伟大的事业不在于体力，而在于坚韧不拔的毅力。Great works are performed not by strength, but by perseverance. 雷诺兹说，如果你很有天赋，勤勉会使其更加完善。如果你能力一般，勤勉会补足其缺陷。If you have great talents, industry will improve them. If you have but moderate abilities, industry will supply their deficiency. 斯托达德说，做一切事情都应尽力而为，半途而废永远不行。All that you do, do as you might. Things done by halves are never done right. 萨克雷说，大胆挑战，世界总会让步。如果有时候你被他打败了，不断的挑战，他总会屈服的。Dare and the world always yields. If it beats you sometimes, dare it again and again, and it will succumb. 艾略特说，理想与现实之间，动机与行为之间，总有一道阴影。Between the ideal and the reality, between the motion and the act, for the shadow. 艾略特说，人世间的大多数烦恼都是由那些想成为重要人物的人惹出来的。Most of the trouble in the world is caused by people wanting to be important. 易卜生说，如果你怀疑自己，那么你的立足点就开始动摇了。If you doubt yourself, then indeed you stand on shaky ground. 舒尔茨说，理想犹如天上的星星，我们犹如水手，虽不能到天上去， 但是我们的航程可凭借它指引。Ideals are like the stars. We never reach them, but like mariners, we chart our course by them. 彼得斯说，人生应该树立目标，否则你的精神会白白浪费。Have an aim in life, or your energies will be all wasted. 巴尔扎克说，谦让是身体的良心。Humility is the conscience of the body. 雨果说，敢于冲撞命运才是天才。Dare to believe in fate is a genius. 雨果说，人生是花，而爱是花蜜。Life is a flower, and love is the honey. 雪莱说，道德中最大的秘密是爱。The biggest secret in moral is love. 拿破仑说，胜利属于最坚忍的人。Victory belongs to the most persevering. 莎士比亚说，爱情不过是一种风。Love is a kind of crazy. 培根说，读书使人成为完善的人。Reading makes people become perfect. 高尔基说，书是人类进步的阶梯。Books are the ladder of human progress. 泰勒说，懒惰等于将一个人活埋。Laziness is equal to a man buried alive. 贝多芬说，通过苦难走向欢乐。Through the suffering to joy. 希罗科夫说，危难是生命的试金石。Danger is the touchstone of life. 哈纪伯伦说，信仰是心中的绿洲。Faith is the oasis in the heart. 爱迪生说，自信是成功的第一秘诀。Confidence in yourself is the first secret of success. 列宁说，你怕狼，就别到树林里去。Are you afraid of wolves? Don't go in the woods. 拉伯雷说，自我感觉就是人的价值。Feeling is the person's value. 劳伦斯说，使人高贵的是人的品格。Makes a man noble is the person's character. 牛顿说，发明的秘诀在不断的努力。The secret of invention is ceaseless effort. 卢梭说，人的价值是由自己决定的。The person's value is decided by yourself. 托布朗说，艰苦能磨练人的意志。Hard can hone the will of people. 萧伯纳说，成功由大量的失望铸就。Success covers a multitude of blunders. 雨果说，进步是目的，理想是标准。Progress is the goal, ideal is the standard. 西塞罗说，困难越大，荣耀也越大。The greater the difficulties, the more the glory. 爱默生说，自信是成功的第一秘诀。Confidence in yourself is the first secret of success. 泰戈尔说，爱情是理解和体贴的别名。Love is the by name of understanding and care. 本杰明·富兰克林说，说得好不如做得好。Well done is better than well said. 亨利·福特说，一个市场从来不会因为好的产品，而会因为烂的产品而饱和。A market is never saturated with a good product, but it is very quickly saturated with a bad one. 史蒂夫·乔布斯说，设计并不仅仅是它看起来怎么样或者感觉怎么样，设计是如何让它运作。Design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works. 史蒂夫·乔布斯说，有时当你创新时，或许会犯错，但这是最快的检验它们的方法，并且利用它可以改进你其他的创新。Sometimes when you innovate, you make mistakes. It is best to admit them quickly and get on with improving your other innovations. 苏斯博士说，不要因为结束而哭泣，微笑吧，至少你曾经拥有过。Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. 切萨莱·帕维塞说，我们往往记住的不是某一天，而是某个时刻。We do not remember days, we remember moments. 罗伯特·弗罗斯特说，我对生活的感悟可以用这7个字来概括：一切都会过去的。In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. 欧文·柏林说，生活的10%在于你如何塑造它，有90%在于你如何对待它。Life is 10% what you make it, and 90% how you take it. 梅·韦斯特说，你只活一次，但如果你做了你想做的事，一次就已足够。You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. 爱因斯坦说，只有为别人而活，生命才有价值。Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. 亚伯拉罕·林肯说，到头来，你活了多少岁不算什么，重要的是你是如何度过这些岁月的。In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. 马克·吐温说，拥有好朋友、好的书籍和一颗宁静的心，就是理想的生活。Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience, that is the ideal life. 塞斯·戈丁说，与其期盼着你的下一个假期什么时候来临，不如开始一种你不需逃避的生活。Instead of wondering when your next vacation is, maybe you should set up a life you don't need to escape from.